90.5 FM is WUOG Athens, and you are listening to a pre-recorded episode of D90.5, WUOG's own Dungeons & Dragons broadcast. Hey again. How you guys doing?
Hola.
Doing just dandy.
Dandy's good.
Dandy is dandy.
Hey, Standy.
Good show.
How are
I'm
you
ready
doing? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing alright. Chloe, are you with us? Did you cut out, or you just being quiet?
No, I'm just hanging out.
Okay, just making
chilling.
sure. Alright, but yeah. Let's just hop into it then. So, where we left off, our motley crew, having returned from the voyage to kill the Aboleth, and saying goodbye to Burroughs Kimberly, making a new friend in Cesil, you were told by your friend Arbitrage Hackleholly, from whom you'd been acquiring work and lodging, as well as his associate Krathog Spinebreaker, after a brief council with their other acquaintances and business partners. They came to the conclusion that your quarry, one Carmen Alejandra Queyendia, an archfey from the realm of Tierra Haras, is on a venture to become a god, which is not good news, to say the least. And so you have been hired, more or less, to track down Carmen in the Feywild, where she seems to have been seeking refuge, or at the very least hiding, to track her down and dispatch her accordingly. You were given a day to prepare, and some truly sour antics later, involving the opera singer with whom Mishiro had become infatuated in a negative way, accidentally killing her husband not once but twice, and then reviving him twice. Awkwardly did Hitoitsu go back to the house and cast Raise Dead on the man, as Atva just stood over him, just berating him in every just facet of his being. But nevertheless, the man is no longer dead, and you reunited at the tall house, within which Holly locked the door, preparing himself for another visit from the town's guard. You reunited at the tall house and bedded down for the evening, and you wake up the following morning, and seemingly all is normal. What would you like to do?
Pretty cool. Is it travel time, I guess? Is it time for us to leave?
Grub? Get some food. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
It is.
Good point.
It is brekkie time.
All
I
right.
do feel like a nice brekkie. Catch up over brekkie.
It is indeed breakfast time. You emerge from your bedroom and out into the main kind of study of the tall house, and you make your way over to the dining room, where there are chairs set out for you. The table is already set, and by just force of seemingly nothing, plates holding the very food that you had been thinking of. You didn't even have to say it out loud, but this house seemingly knew what it is you want before you even had to say it. And you are met with an excellent breakfast spread, just set out before you by these invisible servants that are magically generated by the house itself. So what do you have for breakfast? If you can just have anything, what is it?
I assume they don't have Pop-Tarts yet. So
Doesn't matter, they have Pop-Tarts. Magic, man.
What?
If not Pop-Tarts, just like
No.
rectangular shaped breakfast pastries.
If that's the case, I'm gonna have Cinnamon Toast Crunch and an omelet. If it's anything that I can come up with, you know.
It's
And I'm gonna make a Hitoitsu is now Clark Kellogg.
It isn't so much Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but you just kind of like think to yourself, I don't know. Like, what would this be? Like, I'm craving this, but I don't know what it is, and yet the house has provided for you these, this corn cereal, just battered with cinnamon. And, yeah. You are served the breakfast that you are served the breakfast of your dreams.
I have a savory scone, a sweet scone, and some tea.
Are you British?
Well, no, I created this Uncle Iroh character, and I gotta do something like it, you know.
I feel like he's Uncle Iroh if Uncle Iroh never got rid of the war crimes.
Yeah, Uncle Irate, more like. Am I right?
And Cecil, what do you have for breakfast?
I'm not doing anything different, but I would definitely have some spicy corned beef hash with like a tall glass of orange juice.
Nice.
Sounds good.
All right, breakfast is had, and you emerge back out into the study to find Arbitrage and Krathog, as well as Ernest and Fenria waiting there for you. They're being patient. They aren't like anxiously waiting for you, because this is a mission most dire, and they are expecting that you take your time before you leave.
Well, can I lean back and read the news, see if the guards have written about the man that we killed twice and then revived twice?
There's not so much a newspaper per se.
I stick my head outside an open window to listen to hear if anybody is shouting the news in the square.
Yes.
All right, make a perception check for Town Crier.
All right, we're doing this. First roll of the day. That's a 19.
19. You lean your head out the window. Strangely, this town does not have a crier. Or
What?
Wouldn't seem so.
Well, I know what job I'm applying for after all this is over.
Be the crier.
Yeah. Prior, I hardly know her.
Fake story.
For that joke, can I go over to the window that Mikuro is leaning out of and pretend to shove him out of it like a prank?
You try to push me out the window?
Like, I pretend to, like it's a prank. Like, don't you have an older brother?
What type of prank is this?
Yeah, if you roll bad enough, I'm gonna fall out the window.
and die.
Well, I can fly, so you'll be fine.
Fair enough.
All right. Make a shove attack. So roll a d20 and add your strength bonus. And then, Mishra, make a strength saving throw. Or dexterity, depending.
Alright, so...
That's a nat 1.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Well,
Alright,
this went well.
Okay, so my d20 is, oh god, a 5. And what was the other information you needed from me?
You add your strength bonus to it. Regardless, I don't think that meets your armor class. So you place your hands on his shoulder and just kind of like shove a little bit, but like it doesn't. It's not a like fully effective shove.
Okay. So it's a +2. Does it like at least scare him at all?
Mishra, you tell me.
I think it's worth pointing out I did get a nat 1.
Right,
but you're very gracious here.
The attack has to hit you in the first place, is the thing.
Right.
And then it incurs the save. I just had you roll it at the same time, assuming that it would hit, but you both are setting a wonderful precedent today with rolling like garbage. So that TPK may actually be incoming.
Here we go. We both just fall to the floor in front of the window.
As one does.
Well, I have no idea what you fellas are doing over there, but if this is to, I guess, preface the things to come, I am quite concerned.
Yeah.
Arbitrage
not feeling too good.
Arbitrage kind of pipes up. If you're ready to go, could we go ahead and get on with this?
Well, I just have a question. I
Yes.
feel like it wouldn't be due diligence if I didn't ask, what are we supposed to do when our mission is complete? How are we supposed to get back?
Well, I'm sending you there with Krathog. He can't help you. However, he will stay where you transport into the Feywild and wait for your return. As he is the one capable of casting plane shift, he will be the one getting you there, as well as getting you back. There is a point of order, however. Yes, the problem, says Krathog, is that the Feywild is a very tricky place. I will be taking you there, and I will be staying there with you. However, the quicker you get this mission over with, the better it would be for all of us. I'm trying to think of how best to put this. The Feywild is a place for which time is not relevant. A day in the Feywild could sometimes mean a minute on the material plane. Sometimes it means just an hour. But there are those who find themselves falling into the Feywild only to re-emerge years later from their perspective. Were you to bring your watch into the Feywild, it would tick forward at a normal pace. So you would perceive time as you would normally. However, upon your return, you may either be just a moment away or years into the future.
Well, nobody has any family that, you might need to say goodbye to, right? We're each other's family. That's all that matters. I don't think anybody will miss us while we're gone. I think we'll be fine.
I just give a quick thought in my mind. I don't know if I don't have any magic that would make this happen, but I send a thought Burrow's way, hoping that he's doing well
no. Yeah.
while we're gone.
What if Burroughs becomes an old man while we're gone? That'd be sad.
That would be sad.
Cecil's not thinking anything.
Let's do it.
I wipe a tear out of my eye thinking about the 3 good times I've had, and I say, let's do this. Right some wrongs, am I right, fellas?
Wrong. No, I'm kidding.
But yes, if you have any affairs to settle, says Arbitrage, now would probably be a good time.
I ask very quickly and hastily, well, how much time do we have before we need to go?
I would like us to leave today.
There's not enough time to do another goofy heist that ends up in another death, so I think it's
Mashiro.
Now, is that what happened last night?
Hey, sir. No, not at all. Anyways, Mashiro, I think this might be the last time for you to go reconcile with your lady friend. Just because she has a husband and a child doesn't mean that your love can not go on. I ask you this. Do you go out looking for a new pair of shoes without shoes on? No. So don't let her family, her loving, supporting family, and her husband that we murdered twice stop you from true love.
Twice?
That is profound, but at the same time heinous. I'm going to be going on our way, and I just remembered I'm actually mad about what happened. So,
why are you still mad?
I
went and I brought her back to life twice.
Everything's good. We're all good. We're all friends here. All is well. Let's head out. We've had enough strife, had enough anger. I think we're good to go.
Well, if you're ready to head out, Krathog. Yes, let's head down to the teleportation circle, actually. And over the next few minutes, you make your way back down to the teleportation circle room. All of the residents of the tall house stand there, Fenria included, with whom you've actually hung out some and kind of gone on some wacky hijinks with. She was the one who attended Atva's performance with you. All right, you lot be careful, okay?
Same to you. And if anyone comes knocking, those doors be a locking. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, just in the future, please refrain from killing someone twice, you said?
Now, I think you're caught up in the numbers and technicalities here, because if they're still alive, were they ever truly dead?
You know what? I'm just going to choose to not argue semantics right now. Just best of luck, okay?
Why, thank you.
You as well.
Okay. When you get there, we're sending you to a very specific location. It's called Laterand, the city of gardens and lost dogs. Once you get there, you need to find Etern. He'll be in the Willow Forest, and tell him that the Forgetful One is calling in a favor. Have you got that?
The Forgetful One. Is that a title of yours, an inside joke?
More the latter. Etern's got a bit of sense of humor, and it's part of the reason why I need to stay. When you and Krathog return, there's a chance that you won't remember anything that happened in the Feywild, so I need to be able to cure that particular malady upon your return.
Does having a keen mind counteract that, or will I forget everything too?
That'd be a find out the hard way kind of thing, because you've never been to the Feywild, so you wouldn't. That's not something you'd quite know. But they do kind of elaborate. Yes, and part of the reason I am going with you is so that after a certain amount of time, I can send a message back to Arbitrage and find out what sort of time frame we're working under. Does that sound agreeable?
Hunky dory. And sorry, one more time. What was the name of the person we are finding through the gate?
You are looking for a satyr named Etern.
And will we know like what direction to find this satyr, or just gonna? Because I remember last time once we said we get to the Feywild to find our friends, that it was a big place, and anybody could be anywhere at any time. You don't know where to start. So are we gonna get some type of close location at least?
Well, yes. That's why we're sending you to this. That's why we're sending you to Laterand.
Fair enough.
I at least know Etern. He has a. Well, let's just say he has a history with Carmen, and so when you find him, he'll be able to point you in at least a direction. It's better than nothing.
Right. I feel confident we will find this satyr. I hardly knew her. Named Etern.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I think I picked up a curse somewhere along the road.
And quite a curse it is. But if you're ready, hearing
Yes.
no objections, Krathog, right? And Krathog kind of guides you all to sort of like hold hands in a circle. And he takes out sort of a kind of metal tuning fork almost. And he had one hand in yours, Hitoitsu, and he kind of moves that hand to get this item, which he just sort of strikes seemingly on the air, and the tuning fork resonates with a sound that shouldn't have been there, but it's kind of a weird sort of tune. And as Arbitrage and Fenrir and Ernest kind of wave at you, you see the air around you begin to shimmer as you suddenly blink, and you are not where you were. You find yourself stood in a grand roundabout with a fountain behind you, very elegantly designed, just of this alabaster white material. You look out and you see you are in this just huge forests with enormous trees. Grand staircases spiral up around their trunks up to buildings that are built amongst the canopy. You can see that there's a sunset in the distance between all the trees, but it doesn't seem to change at all. There are fireflies that dart here and there, as well as will-o'-the-wisps that just kind of into existence and then out of existence and somewhere else. You see people coming and going there with no particular order to much of anything. Like the streets are not lined or anything. There aren't so much people riding horses as there are just kind of slowly drifting as they make their way from one place to another. You see many individuals of all kinds. You see centaurs. You see elf kind, though their complexions are of different colors than the elves you might be familiar with. Some adopt more just overall more autumnal palettes. There are those who are just stark orange as the summer sun. Those who are just as blue as like a cold winter's day. But like even still, this place is strangely colorful, and you get like a slight chill of just going down your spine, and yet the sun in the west just warms you in a way that's hard to place. You find yourself in the Feywild, specifically Latterend, the city of gardens and lost dogs. And with that name having been remembered by you, you look around and sure enough, you see a lot of dogs just running all over the place. You see some of which just sort of are able to out of existence and then reappear a bit of a ways away from where they were. But a lot of these dogs just appear to be normal, which is weird. But all the same, this is where you find yourself now.
Well, I'll be. This is a lot more nicer than what I thought it was going to be. Look at all these dogs. I'm gonna go hang out with some of these, and then I run to go pet some dogs.
All right, make an animal handling check.
Oh man, yeah, this is what I'm here for.
I was put on this earth to pet these dogs.
Indeed, and I will pet every single one of them. 23.
Wow.
23.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
You run up to a dog, and it eagerly just comes up and like just ready to be pet by you. Though this dog is strange. It's not a type of dog that you've seen before. Its ears are kind of just constantly just up and pointy. It's a pretty big dog, maybe about waist height. And it's got like a kind of a longer snout, with just like with fangs that kind of just jut out at points. But all the same, you start to pet this dog, and it kind of licks your hand, and then it bamps out of existence in front of you, and you are tackled from behind by this dog that seemingly can teleport.
Oh
This is
my
probably
goodness.
the best day of my life.
Ah, yes.
This is wild.
A little bit. This place is a little bit strange. I see you've noticed the dogs. The thing about this place, when you were young, did your parents ever tell you that your dog had run away?
Well, to be honest, sir, I don't think we ever had a nice dog.
Well,
There's just a lot of dogs in the streets. Town's
seemingly
dog.
well,
Yep.
yes, but seemingly loyal dogs that run away. This is apparently where they end up.
My
Ain't
parents
that-
just told me mine died.
Oh,
Well, then your dog is dead. Sorry to break the
Oh.
news.
no. No.
Can we do anything about that?
No, I'm not using any more diamonds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Maybe I can bring that dog back to life.
Can any of the dogs talk? Can we like ask them for help for like sniffing out the satyr?
Alright, make an animal handling check for me.
Yeah. What dice do I roll for that?
Roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
All right. All right. So total of 17.
Alright, you find another dog. It doesn't appear to be a dog that can teleport. It kind of just looks to be like a Great Dane kind of dog. Regardless of the fact that Denmark doesn't exist. But, like...
Oh, I never never connected those dots.
all the same, you find like this kind of Great Dane kind of dog, and you start to pet it, and it warms up to you, but it doesn't appear that it can talk.
Okay. So a cute dog.
Crack dog, do we have to leave?
Well, it's been a few minutes now. Let me check something real quick. And Krathog kind of puts a finger to his head. And he starts to talk out loud. Holly, what's the time looking like? And he says, Alright, it's been maybe about 10 minutes since we got here. Only about 2 since we left for them. So, it would appear that we're operating on a time frame such that the time we spend here is actually longer than the time on the material plane, which is good, comparatively speaking.
Can we keep them, please? I promise to take care of them and take them for walks and all the other stuff that you have to do for a dog.
You are a grown adult, and I am not your dad.
All right, well, I'm going to take this dog. What would you like to be named, dog?
Make an animal handling check.
Oh, man. I was born to handle these animals. That's a 25.
Good
Give me
Lord.
give me the dogs. Give me all the dogs.
You carefully spacing out your rations and giving them to this dog. You and he become fast friends, and the dog begins to just sort of orbit around you. Yeah, you know, that is a really good roll. You have a dog now.
Well, I'm proficient in animal handling, so that helps too.
I'd imagine.
Is the dog gonna help at all in combat?
I have just met this dog, but I want you to know if anything is to happen, I will murder everybody for this dog.
Oh,
If
that's
anything
sweet.
were to happen to him,
Nice
I would kill
doggy.
everyone in this room and then myself.
Exactly. I have just had.
All right. Sure. All right, we're here. Demario, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of a stat block. So this dog will have its own initiative order. It will not operate on your turn. So
Right.
because it is not a familiar per se, it is your dog.
Nice.
Dog can die.
This dog can die.
It
Oh,
better
no.
not.
Keep that in mind.
I will use your diamond on it. Now this dog, I'll
Oh
bring back.
no! Oh no!
If I had
Uh,
to choose between a shit or a dog, I choose this dog.
That's fair. That's understandable. Can I roll to perceive? Are there any cats in this city? I know the whole thing is lost dogs, but I feel like there has to be like at least one sordid soul like myself.
make another check.
Okay,
A perception check.
right. That is a 26. So,
There are
Man.
no cats to be found.
oh man. All right, that's cool.
I will name this dog.
Cat.
I was gonna think. I was thinking. Scrappy. Scrappy Doo.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not in this Dungeons and Dragons game. Please.
This is Scrappy Doo, my dog.
You roll to attack the dog. No, I'm not going to do that.
All right.
I'm not going to do that.
Keep in mind though, this dog is not as small as Scrappy Doo. This dog, standing on all fours, is waist height for you. And I've sent you two things if the images would load. There they go. One, a picture of what this dog looks like, as well as its stat block.
Amazing.
It is what's called.
Is it red? Is the dog red?
No, I sent you a picture in your DMs.
Okay, well, his name will not be Clifford either.
He looks roughly like the picture that I sent. It is what's called a blink dog.
Okay, well, I'm going to name him Blink 182 then.
I knew it was coming.
No.
I knew it was coming. I should have known better on the for the college radio nerds.
So if you hold on, Demario.
Yes.
The drummer of Blink 182 is named Travis Barker.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And if you have to call him, you could say, "Where are you?" And then he has to come running.
I hate this.
Get out of here, Travis Barker. You need to leave.
Don't waste your time. Go fetch the ball.
Oh, man, this is great.
I like that.
This is one of the best decisions that could have been made possible.
I like
the
that.
best things.
I am absolutely here for the double thought naming convention, but all the same, you made fast friends with a blink dog in this city. But in addition to dogs, you also see people around this place. So what is it you'd like to do?
Can I animal herd a people?
Oh no. That's a moral question.
What if I tamed all the dogs here and we had a dog army?
There are a lot of
Do we
dogs.
have enough time? Exactly. We should throw dogs at our enemies from now on.
You're Squalla from Hunter x Hunter, but no. I mean, you are welcome to try.
Is that a thing that we want to do? I don't. I can write down a name of dogs.
Okay, I've got a pretty good animal handling score too here.
Okay.
It's I'm gonna try to make a double roll here. This is gonna be kind of a
like
a
it
long,
would be sad if all
a
these
long-
dogs die.
it's
We're
gonna be-
name them too.
yeah.
Do you want to go
This is-
through with this? This feels like a lot of pain.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna sing a song to make the dogs happy real quick, just to let them know we're
respect
friendly.
that.
I'm gonna make a performance roll and an animal handling roll, just so they understand what I'm saying.
That's not how animal handling works.
No, it's not, but I'm just gonna at least perform for them real quick.
Can it be a Blink 182 song?
Yeah. So that's a 22, and I break out into what's a good Blink 182 song for the occasion? I don't know. All the dog things, or what's my age in dog years again? or dog side off the new album 9.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just sing a little song for the dogs, let them know we're friendly.
Make a performance
Nice.
check.
22.
22. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
What are you, you're playing your lyre?
Yes.
All right. You start up a good melody. You're playing your lyre something fierce. Well, not fierce per se. It's actually a very soothing melody. And you notice that a few of the dogs actually stop and sit down and just look up at you with their heads tilted, listening intently to what you're saying. in addition to that, you also gain a crowd of people, a few elves, as well as a centaur or two. But yes, you have accumulated a crowd, and once you finish your song, those with hands applaud, as well, and you get like a howl or two from one of the dogs. All the same, you wrap up your performance.
Oh, heck yeah,
Are there
man.
any satyrs in the crowd?
Make a perception check.
Okie doke. 16. Wait, actually, perception is wisdom, right?
Yes.
Is that another thing that I would be proficient in?
Depends. Like, are you proficient in perception?
It's not so I'm gonna say no.
No.
But it is wisdom, so I add my wisdom modifier to it, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got a 17 then.
In that case, you actually do see two satyr amongst the crowd. They're just kind of stood there. One of them is kind of got like a shorter hair, with like ram's horns that kind of curl up from the brow and go around his ears. He's kind of got like who seemingly isn't wearing all that much, but he has got a scarf around his neck, and kind of just standing next to him, holding his elbow, is a woman who's kind of got horns that go up and kind of curve off to the side rather than up and around the ears, whose hair is significantly longer as well. But all the same, you see those two in the crowd.
Crackthog is any of those satyrs the ones that we're looking for?
Oh, I have no idea who we're looking for. I've never met the man myself.
Well,
Cheryl, would you like to make an announcement maybe about who we're looking for while you have the attention of the people?
While I question the idea of just announcing our arrival so publicly, yes, I'm going to shout out, hello, fair people of this lovely dog-filled city. We seek Etern, the satyr. A friend of his has come in from far away, and we seek to reunite them.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, good old persuasion check. That is a 25.
25.
Yep.
A few of the people amongst the crowd kind of just talk amongst themselves for a bit. You see some shrug. But a centaur woman approaches from your left, who's kind of got like a vest on, like her humanoid upper half, as well as like a kind of like cloak that drapes over her horse half. But like
this is a table question. How does she wear pants? Is it like this or like this?
It centaurs, man. It doesn't matter.
That's fair.
Is it Grover or is it the one from Narnia?
I said centaur, not satyr.
Yeah, that's true.
The satyrs that were standing up.
And the one from Narnia is named Mr. Tumnus, I think. I've never seen
Mr. Tumnus, yeah.
Mr. Tumnus?
Keep his name out your mouth.
Oh, no.
Wait, what?
That's James McAvoy. I'm coming after Zamaria here, not you. You didn't remember Mr. Tumnus.
Oh.
Well, I did remember Grover.
Good for you. Percy Jackson.
Indeed.
Anyway, a centaur woman approaches, and she says, you said you were looking for Etern?
Yes, that I was. Ma'am, can you give us any sort of sense of direction?
Direction. Maybe.
Well,
Uh,
what do you mean by that?
Oh, direction's just so relative, isn't it? Oh, I'm afraid I can't tell you which way is what, but perhaps if you start walking a way, maybe you'll find him.
I'm gonna lean over to Michero.
mhm.
What's up with all these people and their their riddles? It's sort of become a trend now recently. Have you paid attention to that?
I have. It seems like it might be a symptom of this being like a realm of chaos and mischief of sorts, but maybe I guess we just start walking in a direction.
I'm gonna ask her to clarify. Maybe
Wait,
it's like a genie thing, maybe where you have to be
can we
super
ask for
specific.
any like landmarks or anything to look for?
Mm. Go for it.
So I'm gonna walk up to her and say, I understand like direction is relative, but is there any specific building or marking that we should look for to find him? Is there any kind of clue you could give us?
As I understand it, I believe Etern likes to spend his days in the brooks of the forests of the maze of the weeping trees. So, follow the sound of sobbing and you should be able to find him easily enough.
Thank you very much. That's what I was looking for.
Yes, thank you, madam. I will attune my ear to the cries of a willow or a tree of some sort.
Well, glad I could be of assistance. Something tells me you're not from around here, are you?
Oh, not whatsoever. Not in the slightest.
Hmm.
We're
ma'am.
new in town.
Well, my dog is. Isn't that right, Travis Barker?
Oh, you've made a friend. How sweet of you. All the same, do be careful. You don't want to get lost or anything. Ta. And she sort of
I'm
trots
sorry.
off
Sorry.
That's
And your
very
your name
annoying.
was?
out of earshot.
That's fair. Okay.
You
Well,
know,
I have a new person to harass.
I feel like she probably deserves it. There's no reason to be so mysterious and ominous every
Not at
second
all.
of the day.
Not at all helpful or neighborly.
Just think about it. You're out on your day. A couple of kind strangers stumble into your town, play some songs for a dog, and you decide that this is a time to some riddles. You know,
Great cryptic.
gosh,
Unkind, unfair, unruly.
Helpful.
Can I make I guess a perception check to see if I hear crying?
Yes.
17.
17.
Yes.
Faintly. Off in the distance. Kind of off to your left. So going toward the sunset. You do hear a faint weeping sound.
Well, compatriots of mine, I do hear crying coming from the setting sun. That's disturbing imagery. But should we head off that direction?
feel like we should indeed.
I concur.
Alright, I'm going to stay here, and just sort of idle about this place for a while. Surely I can find lodging somewhere. All the same, were we to go together, chances are we'd probably end up all lost. So I'm at the very least going to try and keep my location consistent, and just please be careful. One wrong turn could be deadly.
Indeed. Before I go, a couple of questions that have nothing to do with each other. One, can you teleport things to people in this realm? Let's say, for instance, I pick up like a stick off the ground. If I was somewhere else in this realm, and I asked you to transport the stick to me. Could you do it?
Hypothetically, yes.
Okay. Second question. More of a suggestion. Make friends with lots of these dogs, and then I hurry off.
Alright, well,
Just kind of generally.
okay. And as you walk off, you kind of look back, and as you leave Krathog, just kind of idling by this fountain, you see him kind of like sit down on the fountain's rim, and he just like takes his big bugbear hand and just like awkwardly pats the head of like a Pomeranian.
Aw, that's real nice.
This is a secret Mousecatool that we'll need for later.
But you follow the sound of weeping, heading towards the setting sun. Make an investigation check for me.
Ooh. I got a. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm assuming that like request is just taking 2v2, right?
No, all of you can.
I got a 17.
I got a 16.
And then Cecil?
Do I roll a d20 and then add what?
Your
Anything?
your investigation bonus, which would be your intelligence modifier, unless you're proficient.
I'm not proficient in that, so it's gonna be a total of 21.
All right. Cecil actually takes lead, and you sort of like fly up off the road that you're walking on just a little bit, and you kind of like scan your surroundings, and you keeping an eye out. You hear the sound now, and it is still off to your west. And you fly back down and you follow along the road. This road built of cobble of a strange material, like tougher than stone and yet still smooth. That is built like over this. It just kind of bends and turns at odd angles, and like occasionally it has to like arch up and over this like massive tree roots that emerge from the trunks of ancient trees. You don't know how old, that just dig into the earth. And as you continue west along this road, you, Cecil, you actually like stop the party and then decide to take a left, hearing that is where the sound is originating from, and you kind of like duck through a sort of back alleys, which is strange to conceive of alleys in such a manner that like it's not two buildings, but rather a lot of just a cluster of maybe a few man-made things, just largely broken up by plant life. You pass by a number of creatures as you go. There are some of those like multicolored elves again. You pass by like a very tall figure that's just kind of like very thin and just seemingly frail, but like has got like this deep green cloak on. But as you keep going, the sound to all of you now is much more noticeable as you stand at the edge of a cluster, seemingly like a tiny forest within this overall like ancient wood of willow trees that kind of just sway in the breeze. Their drooping branches and leaves conceal all vision on their interior. And the weeping noise does seem to be originating from the trees themselves.
All right. Is there anyone in this area that we can talk to?
Make a perception check.
All right. Right, sorry, not to ask so many questions, but I add the wisdom modifier to that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I get, a 12.
12? You don't. You see a few people here and there, just kind of like some that are just kind of idling. You see one. You see one guy who would appear to be human. That's just kind of like hung upside down from a tree branch, by his legs. Not as though like by rope or anything. Like he himself is hanging himself over this tree branch by his legs.
Well, these trees are the ones that are crying, right?
Yes.
Well, I walk up to a tree and I hug it. Maybe it just needs a friend.
Make a nature check.
I am
Of anyone
now
here.
a tree hugger.
Yeah. Imagine that, our druid, a tree hugger.
I got a 16.
16.
Yes.
You hear that cry, that soft crying. Stop for this particular tree.
Nice.
But
Well,
to get up to this tree, the actual trunk, you have to go in through the sort of like weeping willow leaves, and so like you're obscured from where Cecil and Misha were standing, but you embrace the tree trunk and it stops crying.
You know, I'm making a lot of friends this episode. I like it a lot. Can I ask a tree the question?
Oh, ask him, or you don't know the tree's pronouns. Ask the tree, if they know who we're looking for, I guess.
All right. What's the name is Etern, Eater, this hater, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna whisper to the tree. Tree, can you help us locate a satyr named Eater, possibly?
Make a nature check.
Hmm. 14. I don't like that I'm using all these like average to good rolls right now.
Mm-hmm.
The tree doesn't speak. However,
Fair enough.
you feel a breeze just sort of rustle through the branches that seems to be guiding you further into the willow forest.
Well, I don't know how I can say this, but I feel like we should just go a little bit, maybe deeper this way, and maybe we'll find who we're looking for. Any objections? I mean, is there any better ideas? I'm open.
I can't really think of any, so I'm all right with that.
I think I'm gonna go and just like kind of hold branches with a nearby tree.
You should hug it. Stop. Go all the way with this tree.
Oh, no.
Mm.
I'm just gonna give the tree a little hug.
All right, you do so. This tree has already stopped crying. Actually, make a nature check.
Me make a nature check?
Mm-hmm.
How about a not nat 20, a dirty 20. Sorry, I got excited when I saw the die.
The tree does not resume crying.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's nice.
Well,
How many more trees are there?
yeah.
This-
Should
this-
we just
like,
hug
okay.
all?
You are in like this like ancient forest where the trees are just huge. These appear to be like this appears to be like a normal willow tree. However, like it would appear to be a lot of them just clustered together amongst the roots of these other larger, more ancient trees. So it's a forest within a forest, more or less.
Sort of like in Zelda, but not. We're not gonna say that.
Yeah, Zelda's my
Um,
favorite character. I like when he goes and he rescues whoever the princess is.
Me too. I'm going to sing a little ditty for our friends the trees to see if I can sort of mass improve, mass cheer up. my favorite spell. I'm going to sing with my mouth the entire instrumentation, melody, and harmony of Mort Garson's Plantasia. Um,
Dear God.
so yeah, I'm not gonna do that on air, but just imagine I do a fun little show for all the trees to see
All
if
right.
they'll be happy.
Make a performance check.
You're gonna capture.
13.
13.
That
man.
sucks with my modifier. Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. You start playing, or you start singing rather, and it's not great. However, from deeper within the forest, you hear a guitar refrain, seemingly in response to your singing. In between the verses, when you pause, the guitar breaks in, almost in a sort of call and repeat, kind of back and forth. That very much betters your overall performance. All the same, there is now another source of sound that you hear.
When you said you were gonna cast your favorite spell, I thought you were gonna cast the mockery one and just start making fun of these trees, and I was gonna be very upset.
No, I'm not gonna vicious mockery an entire forest. They're crying. They need a little cheering up.
Okay, should we go run to the trees?
Yeah, let's
Or
go
run to
track
the
down.
guitar? Run to the guitar. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, let's track down this mysterious Shel Silverstein character.
And as you trek further into the forest, the guitar playing grows louder. And hearing it, this guy's really good at guitar, whoever this is. You...
Ripping it.
Oh, yeah. Like, just solo blues rock guitar. You just hear just wafting out over the forest. As you make your way through, you're having to push your way through the weeping willow branches that just kind of like act as almost kind of like a leaf curtain as you kind of push your way through from one kind of umbrella of leaves to another. Make an investigation check at advantage as you're following a noise.
Everybody?
Anybody who wants to.
Everybody. You're not gonna believe it. I just rolled 2 4s in a row.
Nah.
Jeez.
I'm livid. How did this happen?
Jeez. I got ooh. Let me make sure.
What do I roll for that?
I got a 17.
Investigation. So roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
All right. Oh Lord, I got a 6.
6.
What
Mishiro
happens?
and Cecil, you kind of lose the sound. It sort of seems to come from all around you. But Hitoitsu, you grab them by the shoulders and just sort of like pull them along with you as you and what's your dog's name? Travis Barker make your way through the forest, kind of leading the group now, until you come onto a little clearing. A sort of break from the willow trees to find just a little pond. Very beautiful, just like the leaves of the willows just kind of like blowing out over the water. And sat on a rock at the opposite end of this pond is a satyr who's kind of got like a sash over his chest, and he is playing what looks to be a sort of guitar. He's kind of got longish brown hair and goat's ears on either side of his head. His horns are long and wild. They go up and curl, just almost not straight up, but like they don't like curve over his head or anything. They're just like, just kind of like they're all like you'd almost describe them as if there were stag antlers on a goat. All the same, this man who's like again got the long brown hair and like a kind of goatee, is just plucking away at this guitar. Hey there.
Well, hello to you
bruh.
too.
What's good? What brings you here? Was that you I heard singing earlier?
Yeah, that was me. Just a little bit of plant music, you know.
Gotta play music for the plants, man.
Gotta.
One your greatest work, if I may be so bold to say. But you know,
No. No. Hopefully, one day I'll play a little bit better for you there. But we came to these woods looking for a friend of ours. Do you know Etern?
depends. Who's asking?
The forgetful one.
Oh, you're friends of arbitrage.
Yes, yes, sir. Why am I talking like this? Um, yes, we are. We came seeking your assistance.
All right, yeah, sure. I take it he's calling in that favor.
Yes, he did not tell us specifically which favor, but
Favor.
we're here. Favor. I've been tripping over my words. I'm gonna stop talking now. Michiro, take this one away.
You're Mishira. You're Mishira.
He tweets to take it away.
Hey, is he good? Like,
I apologize for my friend. I think he just gets nervous in the face of such a great performer like yourself. But
oh, thank
yes,
you. Thank you.
Big fish, small pond. Big fish, small pond.
Our friend, don't mind him. He's been through a lot. Our friend Holly has sent us here to stop somebody he said that you may have been acquainted with from becoming a god. I want to say it's a Carmen. You know, I'm still trying to get all of these names together. I sort of kind of go with the flow type of dude and stop the evil as I see everything going around.
When you say the word Carmen, he kind of visibly perks up, and his ears just kind of like go a bit more alert. And he says, "Oh, okay." And I'll take this moment to interrupt the dialogue to remind you that 90.5 FM is WUOG Athens, and you are listening to a pre-recorded episode of D90.5, WUOG's own Dungeons & Dragons broadcast. But anyway, this satyr says, "Oh, okay. So that's what she's been up to these days. Godhood. That's something. Nothing to sneeze at. But, so you want to stop that from happening, I figure?"
Well, yeah, I feel like there are probably some ramifications from letting her achieve her goal.
Oh, no doubt. No
and
doubt.
it would also, she does have a couple of our acquaintances, if to say the least. So I feel like it's probably much, in everybody's best interest if we, stop her from achieving her said goals.
Hey guys, why are we stopping her? Like, other people have become gods in this world. Like, why this one? Why,
Well, she did make you try to kill yourself a couple of times, and
yeah.
she did kidnap a couple of our friends, and she did, sort of kind of take over a sea monster. But that's just hitting the tip of the iceberg. Should I go on?
No, you're right. I'm back in it. Sorry, that's my bad.
Oh, all right. Okay. Yeah, no. You want to stop that. She's not good. Well, listen, no, if you're looking for Carmen, I can help you out. I should clarify, yeah. I'm Etern, or Etern, however you want to pronounce it. I'm fine with either. But
No, how do you pronounce it? I want to say your name right.
I go Etern myself. But like, tomato, tomato.
All right, Edern.
Well, yeah. I knew she was back in town, which is why I kind of been hiding here. But I take it you need help tracking her down.
Indeed.
You know, okay. Alright. I think I may know a place. There's an old castle outside of town. It's a bit of a walk, you know, depending. You mortal likes, you know, like a walk for me is a bit different for you guys. So who knows what that means for you. Regardless, it's deep in Unseelie Fey territory. So if you're going out that direction, you will have to be careful. Regardless, it's this old castle. Or she and I used to... Well, you know, never mind. But,
Oh, wait. Is there a history here? What's your story?
Not a pleasant one.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she's crazy. You're gonna want to stop her from what she's doing. But...
Well, I have a feeling we will do our best, or die trying.
All the same, it's this old castle out in Unseelie territory. It's just... I don't know what it used to be, but it's old even by my standards. Regardless, when we would hang out there, she always said that she liked the place and would probably return there someday. I don't know. I didn't know what she was talking about at the time. I guess she made it into her own personal guard. Guess that would make sense. But just know, if that's where she's holed up, she'll probably have it guarded by who knows what. So, just be on your toes. And her brother's involved with the Rose, though I don't think they're on good terms. And those guys hang out in the Outlands anyway, so she probably wouldn't call them for backup. Just know that if she does, you need to get out of there as soon as you can.
Yeah, this is the first we're hearing of a brother, right? Do you guys know about this?
I've been here with you, you know, I feel like the whole entire journey. So any information that you have is the same information that I have.
Right, but I do have a tendency to sort of fall over a ship and lose a lot of my mental facilities.
Fair enough. Cecil, have you heard of a said brother?
We're the new guys, so I know even less.
Travis Barker, have you heard of a brother?
Why, yes, I've actually...
He can't talk. If you were trying to see if you could, Mr. Etern, I just like to get him involved in little things like this.
Well, no, hold on. Let me try something. And Edern kind of like gets up from his rock and kneels down in front of Travis Barker. He said, "Do you know Renale?" And then you hear the dog bark a little bit, and he says, "No, he doesn't know."
No, when this is all over, you're gonna have to teach me how to speak to these dogs.
I mean, it's just a spell I
feel...
cast.
Well, it's gonna be something that you're gonna have to teach me. We did teach somebody how to use fire, but I feel like that's a story for another time. And
probably,
you know, time is of the essence. I feel like we should go ahead and go on to this castle.
All right, yeah. all the same, just keep in mind, if she gets her brother or any of his friends out there for backup, you need to leave. I don't care how. You just need to get out of there.
Got it. Deadly brothers and friends. Is this a stationary castle? Is it a moving castle, perhaps?
Will this dog howl when he sees this moving castle?
Last I checked, it didn't move, but understand, I get it. You're not from here. That may change. I've been out there in a minute, so if it did start moving, I don't know.
Understandable. Well, is there any way you can lead us to the castle? Of course, you don't have to join us on our quest or anything. I feel like it's unfair to ask somebody who we just met, but just to get us to our destination and I guess take off for your own sake.
Make a persuasion check.
Maybe we should have had Mashiro do this. Let's see. Oh man, it's a 14.
Yeah, I can get you on your way. Understand, I'd really rather not see her again. Yeah, it was a whole thing. But I can get you to the border between Sealy and Unsealy territory. And I can point you in the right direction. Though keep in mind, straight lines aren't exactly going to do you much good here. All the same, I can more or less get you to where you're going. I just won't be going with you for the final leg there. Is that good?
That's greatly appreciated. I understand what it's like to, not want to see somebody and, maybe some unrequited love. That's what my friend here, Mashiro, definitely understands. A lot of breaking and entering and unaliving and, again, another long story. But
I tried to unalive a woman 3 times in the last week.
That's not. I don't think that's quite equitable to our to my situation. But you know what?
It's pretty close.
Because I haven't killed anyone recently. So
recently.
Hey, would you like to?
There's always time.
No, it's not really.
Okay, that's cool.
Anyway,
well,
just wanted to make sure, just check.
Yeah, no, I get it. But has Holly's address changed?
No, still in that house, that big old tall house.
All right, cool. I'm gonna send him a card. But yeah, let's get going.
He is in the dog town that we came from.
That's Crack Dog, Michelle.
Yeah. Oh yes, that's my bad.
All right, come on. I gently pat his head.
I'm happy to be here.
I think he hit his head a little too hard recently, but what can you do?
No.
I
got some healing if you want some.
I'm the prettiest girl in Drury Lane.
Oh no! All right, here, come here.
Yeah.
And he kind of places a hand on your shoulder and heals you for any hit points that you aren't lacking.
I was missing 1.
From what?
I gave myself a point of psychic damage for the worse, I hardly know her joke. That was kind of just a self thing. I probably should have said it out loud.
So this is why Michelle is broken. He's short circuited.
Yeah, my brain's been a little bit on the fritz, just kind of generally today. I did sleep 2 hours last night, so that's where I'm at today.
Anyway, hey,
but
look, I've been rude. What are your names, man?
Oh, I'm
Well,
Hitoitsu.
no, this is Mashiro. I'm Hitoitsu.
Mm-hmm.
This is Cecil, and this
Hello.
fine fellow right here is Travis Barker. Truly my most prized friend. Ever since Burroughs has left.
Oh, dang, dude. Sorry to hear
I
that.
mean, yeah, I mean he's not dead. He's just out on the water in a pirate ship,
Ooh,
doing pirate things.
chill. Fun place to be, pirate ships. Been on a few myself. Yeah. I should do that again
Tell us
sometime.
about it.
Huh?
Tell me more. I'm interested. What's a pirate's life?
You know, it's not, well, keep in mind, my idea of life compared to yours is very different. And you guys are walking and talking at this point. Like I've messed around
Nice.
on the material plane before. Like I spent some time on the water. I spent some time in the mountains, talking with all sorts of people. But I was on a boat once. I forget what it was called. That was ages ago. But like sailed with some people. It was fun. Went on some adventures. I think we had to get a thing. It was like some sort of like it was someone was after like a special deer skull, and like it was like in some sort of it was in like another kingdom, right? And so like we sailed to go get it. Yeah,
Hmm.
pretty cool. I don't know where. Actually, no. Those guys are probably long dead. What year is it on the material plane?
1485, actually.
Oh yeah, no, that was ages ago. All right, yeah.
Ago?
What?
You're from the future?
No,
Hey,
like his adventures were ages ago.
That would have
oh.
been cool if time moved,
Yeah,
on
that would have been really cool.
but
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that. Gotta have some limitations here.
But yeah, Eddern leads you out from the Willow Grove back out onto the sort of road that you came here on, and he leads you to you all and he just begin walking, just for a pretty long time, and yet even still like you seem to walk for hours, and all the while the light never changes. It is just a perpetual sunset to the west. And you are making your way that way. You are walking toward the setting sun. And you walk out from this ancient forest as the trees begin to grow shorter and thinner. You make your way out into an open plain. And off in the distance you see a herd of centaur just running down to the south. Off to your north there's a river that kind of spirals out from the forest and goes and sort of bends out to the south and then up to the north again. All the while, you kind of make your way in a sort of northwestward direction. All the same, like Eddern just like he answers like all the questions you have about him. Like this man seemingly has lived for a very long time, and he is of no shortage. He's at no shortage of things to talk about.
It's been a really genuinely good time walking and talking. I miss it, honestly.
I mean, do you not talk often?
I
He
feel
talks
like
a lot.
we
He
do.
talks a lot.
I
Yeah, this Cecil character though, not a lot of talking. I like the mysterious aura though.
Cecil doesn't really say anything.
I mean,
I'm
hey, no,
sorry.
I get it. Like, one speaks when you cease to be at peace with yourself. You know, it's just playing your cards close to the chest. It's nothing against that. It has its merits
That's a
too.
good point.
Mm.
He don't know
keep
a lot
yourself
about this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Keep yourself discreet.
Cecil character. What's your favorite color, Cecil? You tell a lot about a person's favorite color.
He spits in your eyes.
Oh, it's pastel blue a lot. It's a really pretty color. What's your favorite color?
I would
P2V2?
say,
Is it the
green.
color of...
A nice
Oh, I was going to
green.
say, is it like the color of Travis Barker's deep brown eyes?
Well, I could get lost in Travis Barker's eyes for the rest of eternity, but there's a mission to do. I think we'll have a lot more time once all this is over. My goal is to make a safe world for Travis Barker to live in. Nothing else.
That's all I want anymore.
That's all. That's my new goal for Travis Barker to be safe.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, the reason I'm not talking that much is because I'm jealous that you have Travis Barker. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm thinking about getting my own dog when we go back to the central city.
Ooh.
Fair enough. You know, a lot of people want to recreate the connection between
The bond Mr.
Eric
Barker and I have.
exactly, but you know, not easily duplicated.
About that now, won't we?
Travis, isn't that right, Mr. Barker?
Woof. You actually
You
walk, but you're
yeah.
still walking, and by the time, but like the plains sort of lead into another forest, into a sort of like river, Mississippian kind of environment. Not actually Mississippi, but like, you know, that kind of climate. But like even still, you've walked for so long, at least by your perception, that like you've started to grow tired. And where normally like the sun would be setting on a normal day of travel, it is just perpetually twilight.
You know, I'm not one to speak up when one gets uncomfortable, but it feels like it's almost been a day since we got here. You know, time's sort of lagging behind. You know, it's jetting all over the place. A kind of jet lag, if I was to say.
Oh, you guys need to take a break?
What do you say, group?
Time to nap.
I could. Oh, the question was resting, right? I could always rest.
I'm invalid, my man. And Eddern snaps his fingers, and just there just erupts into existence a campfire. It's like, how about it? If you guys are taking a nap, I'm gonna probably do the same. But yeah.
Well, do you think is this area of the woods safe enough to where we don't have to have a watch?
You always probably want to keep a watch if you're not from here. Just because you never know what can happen. There are creatures here that mess with your dreams. So, like, if someone were to just, like, sleepwalk off into the distance, and we would never know. So, I'd keep watch, yeah.
Well, with that being the case, I'll let y'all all go to sleep first, and I'll look out.
Right, thank you. Thank you kindly.
I proceed to tuck the homies goodnight, tuck the homies in and kiss them goodnight, including our new friend and Travis Barker.
You tuck in the homies, and Eddern is just like, much appreciated, man. You know, not a lot of people do that. You know, it's nice.
Of course, you know, I feel like you're one of the homies now, and all the homies deserve to be tucked in and kissed goodnight.
I really appreciate that, man. You know.
And then I say my goodnights to Travis Barker.
I do the same routine of kissing the homies, running around, kissing all the homies, getting in bed.
All right, you do so.
The homies a firm hand. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I will give the homies a firm handshake goodnight because
Oh man,
that's my style.
Don't know.
Fair
that yet.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I mean, fair enough.
Respectable. All right.
Not like we haven't saved anybody's life yet. I feel like level of closeness comes.
Exactly.
You bed down for the evening, and Hitoitsu, you take the first watch. Make a perception check for me.
Okie doke. Got a 15.
15? You keep an eye out,
Yes.
and you're kind of in a shorter forest, not anything as grand as the one you enter into with this plane. And as you kind of start to keep your watch, and as everyone else goes to sleep, you notice that a few like balls of light just appear, and then sort of disappear in an instant every now and again, and they're different from your fireflies that you perhaps are used to. And then they sort of begin to congregate, these wisps of light. And a few of them begin to sort of just like drift their way over to your camp. And some of them begin to sort of orbit in clusters over the sleeping eyes of your comrades.
Can I shoo them away?
Yeah, you do so. And like you just kind of like wave them away. And they drift off, just kind of like still keeping around the lot of you, but nevertheless away from the heads of your friends.
As long as we respect each other's personal space.
But your watch comes to a close. Who do you wake up next?
Cesil.
Guess Mishara. Oh, Cesil. No,
Sorry.
Cecil's then.
Oh.
Yeah, you're woken up. Wake up. Get up. For a firm handshake.
You wake up, Cecil. Hitoitsu, you go off to sleep for the evening. And Cecil, you begin your watch. Make a perception check for me.
All right. Oh no. So it's only a 9.
Oh, man.
9?
Yeah. Not doing a good job.
Even with a 9, off in the twilight, from around a tree, you hear a twig snap.
Can I like fly into the air a little bit and check it out, or?
Yes, you may do so.
How far is it?
Not that far.
Okay, then I'll fly into the air and check it out.
All right,
quickly.
You do so. And you follow where the sound came from. And you bend around a tree, dodging in between branches here and there. And you see, leaning up against a tree, discarding all modicum of stealth at like the failure of concealing her presence, you see a tall, very thin, very fine woman with long brownish gray hair and golden eyes, very tall, sharp ears, and green cloak, but she's got her arms crossed such that like you can kind of see that she's underneath that sort of green and gold cloak, simpler attire than the fey-like facade that the cloak presents, just of a simple shirt and trousers and boots. She's kind of leaning up against a tree. Seeing you fly up and around looking for her, she motions with a finger for you to come closer.
I do so, but very cautiously, keeping my distance.
You do so, very cautiously, keeping your distance. You alight on the ground, and she smirks to herself and pushes off from the tree and starts to walk toward you.
I say, well, hello there. What are you doing in this forest today? Is there anything I can do to help, if need be?
Perhaps not. I'm just here to keep an eye on you. So you're the ones that the council sent after me, no?
Well, I don't believe so. Who are you?
I am Carmen Alejandra Cain, the divinity in the making.
Whoa. Whoa.
Your acquaintance. May I ask why you're keeping an eye on us?
The last time the council sent a hit squad after me, I let them get a little too close. So, I am just making sure I know what I am up against this time.
Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance. I reach out and try and give her a firm handshake.
Oh, don't.
No.
Is that a bad idea? Oh my god, okay.
Go for it.
Seems like a bad idea since it's just me and everyone's asleep.
She
Indeed.
she takes your hand and
Oh
shakes it,
man.
and the handshake doesn't end. She doesn't let go.
Oh no.
Yeah, this feels like the end of Cecil.
So you tell me, what can I do for you?
Mm.
You can let go of my hand, please, ma'am,
Oh.
and let me be on my way.
Oh, but you should know to never shake hands with a Fey unintending to make a deal.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Um,
Ugh.
The situation got bad
It went-
real quick.
It went from bad to worse.
Is there any way Travis Barker would park up or something?
um,
So,
if you let go of my hand, like, am I still trapped in this handshake?
oh no, you do not understand how this works. We have shaken hands. There is a pact, the terms of which must be set now.
Jeez.
Okay, okay, so I guess it's up to me to outline this.
More or less, you tell me what you want, and I will tell you what I want from you. I can offer many things. I'm very powerful myself.
How about you?
Oh?
Why don't you go first? You know, you're a lady. I'm trying to be polite. Tell me what you want first, and then I'll see what I think that's worth.
Well, if you would be so kind, I would love your assistance in my ascent.
I really don't think I can do that. That really conflicts with some of my outside interests. So
No?
how about
That was the last we saw of Cecil.
Was that a no?
I mean, I'm just asking if there's anything else that you want, you know?
Currently.
Can I, like,
Can you like what?
you know, can I, like, sing you a song? Can I, like, make you a meal? Can I take you out on, like, oh, never mind. I don't know. I can't take you out on a date. This is, like,
Oh my
bad.
Make a persuasion check.
That
Oh,
is the
God.
persuasion track of the
Wait,
campaign.
What? Are we? Is this now a dating sim?
Uh,
Like, maybe, like, a friend date, you know? I don't know.
I'm sick right now. I feel ill.
Okay, so what's my modifier?
I'd
But
be
I-
your
I was-
charisma.
That's what we should have called this show. What's my modifier?
I did roll a 19, and my modifier is a +3, so it's a 22.
22
So
is not bad. However,
Oh.
DC was
Oh.
very high.
Oh.
so I can't persuade her to
I am flattered, and I know I have got the visage of the gods. However, that's not exactly what I'm after this time. How about this? You just have to help me with something. Something small. Ever so small. When I ask for it, and at the right moment, someone will present themselves. How does that sound?
I guess I can't refuse that. But
God.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to be really strategic right now. How about this? I'll do her small favor if she gives me two unspecified Hail Mary type act I guess one would be fairer, but I guess I kind of want to shoot for two in case I mess up with one of them. Like, two specific, like, Hail Mary, like, I don't know, maybe, like, objects, like, magic ones. I don't know, I'm sorry, I really just, I'm trying so hard to think up something clever, but this is about all I've got.
You know what? I can do one. And like I said, it is a very small favor. Very small errand that I'm asking of you. So, nothing too big. But, I see you have a very nice-looking trident. If you would let me hold it for a second.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not. I'm not letting her do that. No way.
I feel like you're just gonna keep going back and forth. Like you can't like stop. Like she's got your hand, dude.
Like she's asking you for like really small. It's like
I'm not. I don't like. That's my trident, dude. How about?
I won't do anything to it. I'm going to give it right back.
Oh man. Famous last words.
I really don't want to do that. Like that's a weapon. Oh no. I'm thinking now like it'd be kind of cool if I could like if my Hail Mary type thing like involved like manipulating time or like manipulating time like on like in the Feywild, if that were possible. But you said like time isn't like really a concept here, so I don't really know how that would be helpful.
I'll tell you what. If you let me hold your trident, I will give it one charge to undo something that you have done. Just one. Something within the last few minutes of it having been done. Say you were to miss a throw. Say you were to miss catching someone from falling. Or perhaps say you were to fail at saving the life of one of your comrades. You could expend this one charge, just one chance to do something over again. Because you never know when you would need it.
I'm really, I'm way too scared to say yes.
She's not let go of your hand, by the way.
I know. This is like a death grip. Like, this is scary. Like the gears in my head just turn so slowly. Fine. You know what? I'll do it. It's okay. I'll take that L. I shouldn't have took her hand. I should have just been less uncomfortable and kissed the homies goodnight and
woken the squad up.
Okay. Can I add this that like you're not allowed to like erase my memory of this pact so I can tell my friends and warn them?
And it sounds to me as though we have a deal. If I may see your trident.
Oh man.
I hand it to her.
She takes
runs you through.
No, she takes a trident, kind of weighs it in her hand, and she puts her thumb to the bridge between the shaft and the pitchfork, and she presses her thumb kind of into the metal at the base there, and you see where she releases her thumb. There is a gem, red and very, very shiny, and she hands your trident back to you and says, "After you use the charge, that gem will break and then it will become useless. But in the meantime, I'm glad we could make such a bargain." And she lets go of your hand. I hope you have a good twilight. It will never end here. Well, I must be going. Tafel now. And tell Etern I said hi. Good times. And with a breeze, she disappears.
All right, I fly back to the camp, and I wake up Misero for his shift, I guess, when it's time, and I like poke him with the end of my trident, and I say, "Homie, I think something bad has happened."
What did you do? I had a terrible dream.
What's going on? Is it time to keep moving already?
Nope, I'm just up to do my shift. All right. What were you saying?
Oh, something happened, something I gotta, consult about with Etern, Um, how about I'll tell you when the whole team wakes up in the morning.
Well, if I'm about to go on watch, I feel like I'd like to know.
Right. I heard a strange noise in the woods, and I wanted to go check it out. And I met a little lady named Carmen, and I accidentally, because I, just wanted to make her acquaintance, I took her hand, and then unbeknownst to me, that entered me in a pact with her. So I have to do a favor for her at some point in time, unfortunately. But she said it would be small. Um, and in
I
exchange, I get basically one do-over. So, yeah.
why didn't you use your do-over to undo you meeting her?
I just assumed that she would not allow for that. So, I kind of figured, like,
I
once you enter a pact, like, it's like the grandfather clause kind of, or like the grandfather thing with like time travel. It's like if you go back and stop something, like that prevents you from existing. How do you go back and like stop it? If that makes sense.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. You are the biggest fool I've met. With that, I'm going to go and stand guard and hope you haven't just killed us all.
I appreciate it.
Um, I, I'm gonna go to my post, but I am shivering the whole time. I am very afraid.
All right, Cecil, you bed down for the evening, kind of just holding
I'm
your
sure,
trident in one hand, just as you lay on your side.
and I'm sure that I don't get one wink of sleep.
All right, Mishro, make a perception check.
Here we go. 24.
24.
Yes.
Um, your watch passes uneventfully. You don't see much of anything. You see the occasional bird fly above. You see at one point there's like a little bipedal bug man that just kind of like hops up onto a tree root, grabs a mushroom and starts nibbling on it, and then just hops off in the other direction. But aside from that, your watch passes uneventfully. Unless there's anything you'd like to
I've
do.
got my mace of. Well, I was just gonna say I've got my mace of disruption out, which holds light up. So I hope that the bug guy doesn't like come to try to like snag that or anything.
Nah.
Cool. Bug guy and I are cool. We're fine friends. In that case, I think I'm just gonna wait this one out.
All right.
Sit here and fume.
Your watch passes uneventfully, and Cecil, you are able to get some sleep. Uh, and Hitoitsu and Cecil, you both wake, as does Eddern, who kind of stretches and stands up, and he says, "Ah, I don't actually now that I think about it, I don't sleep all that often. That was nice, you know."
Don't get too comfortable.
No.
And then I'm gonna inform him on what happened last night.
Yes, you do.
Do I get
Oh
informed? Or sitting up?
Yeah.
Nice.
no, no, no. Say absolutely less. Like you're kidding, right?
You what?
It is the dumbest thing I think I've heard.
You, with all due respect, Cecil, um, you just talked to the woman who's trying to become a god and for lack of a better term, kill us and just made a deal with her. You didn't inform us or anything.
Whoa. I informed one person, and they
You didn't
informed everyone else, so,
you,
you know.
you didn't scream for help or try to just not. You didn't attack. I mean, I guess you probably would have died if you attacked her one on one. But how close was she to Travis Barker while I was asleep?
I mean, I kept
Your
her,
voice is shaking with anger.
her as far away from Travis Barker as I possibly could.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Uh,
I have a hard time believing that.
well, okay, listen. You gotta understand, you made a deal with Carmen. Granted, it was not something that was exactly consensual. So it's not the strongest it's not the strongest kind of deal that she's actually able to make. However, if I'm remembering right, she's gonna call that favor in when it is least convenient for you. So
Yeah.
you need to be on your toes and be prepared for just about anything. Because her definition of a small favor could mean anything from picking up eggs to capital murder. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is she's after. Well, I know exactly what she's after. You told me what she's after. But pertaining to you specifically, Cecil, I don't know what card she's gonna pull.
Noted.
I want you to know right now, Cecil, if I had to choose between you or Travis Barker,
You choose
I'm choosing
me
Barker.
because I'm honest.
No, I'm choosing Travis Barker.
I would agree any day of the week. I'm choosing Travis Park. Not even because I like dogs particularly. That was just the most boneheaded move.
All right. Well, I guess we should continue our quest to go, destroy the new business partner of Cecil, and hope that she's not, forced to change sides halfway through.
Just
Kill your little friend.
If you lay a hand on Travis Barker, I swear.
All right, just going forward. You're in the Feywild. What that means is that there are individuals here of great power who are looking to wrangle in mortal folk into whatever schemes they could possibly come up with. Same thing goes with the Hells, or the Far Realm. Like there are just things there that do not have your best interest in mind, that are just looking to use you to better their own interests. Like it could
Well,
take.
thanks for telling me that now.
You made your way to the Feywild. I assumed you knew. Like that's not the most uncommon thing to know. I get it.
Okay.
Like I could have given you a heads up, but also I still don't know what to say, man.
I feel like everyone here is very disappointed in me.
I'm pretty disappointed.
Cecil, I I feel like everybody deserves a second chance. But again, my statement about Travis Barker rings true. And while I'm willing to forgive, I don't know if Travis is.
All right. Well, I'll just have to take that L and eat it for breakfast like I do every day. It'll be fine. We'll be cool. You guys have been fine without me so far, so you guys can handle whenever I'll be gone for 5 minutes getting Carmen's eggs or committing capital murder or whatever she has me do.
I feel like there might be a problem with you being so casual about murdering.
Yeah.
I mean, I really hope that's not what she asked me to do. I'm really, personally, I'm holding out for one of those situations where, I can just be, a trickster and, do the thing, but then, sabotage it a little bit. It's just enough that it, blows up in her face.
All right, listen, neither of us are, both of us here are very not cool with murder.
Contrary
So,
to our past actions. I know what it
listen,
looks like.
I know what you're thinking. We're not actually cool with murder, though.
Maybe burn.
So, no, he's gone. But I think that we should take some time and reflect upon this sort of separately, and then we'll talk about it next time we have a quiet moment, okay? All right.
I guess we carry on.
All right.
Mr. Addern, can you continue us on our way, I guess, and make sure everybody's looking out, because she's clearly closer than we think.
Yeah. Well, okay. Keep in mind, the place isn't for a ways. She is. Well, she has an ability. She can be in more than one place at once.
She can what?
That feels kind of busted.
Yeah.
Broken, I was to say.
So she may
can
have
we
been
nerf
here.
her?
Well, she may have been here, but not here. Here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like as a sort of illusory capacity.
Kind of, except she can actually touch you and hurt you.
Ugh.
Could we have touched her and hurt her then?
Maybe.
I guess we'll never know.
Well, what a nightmare.
You're welcome.
Anyhow, I guess all right. As long as we're going over things, he says as you're walking and talking. Do you have a plan for stopping her from becoming God? Because I get the feeling that if you kill her, that may not stick. Because if she's going for the God thing, she's got to have the healing factor. She's got to have reincarnation. She's got to have a bunch of other things, right? But if she's got that reincarnation thing, that's gonna be tricky, right? So how are you gonna stop that?
Well,
I will undo her reincarnation.
See, that's a solid plan. And I was thinking I do this cool thing where I say Gravedigger really loud. And then, hear me out, I summon a shovel, right? And then, you following me?
I'm following,
hit her
yeah.
with said shovel. And I feel like that would solve a lot of everything that's going on.
Okay, all right. Also, is that your catchphrase?
I guess you could say.
You got a catchphrase? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. See, he gets it,
But I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't want to underestimate your Gravedigger ability. But I don't know. I feel like this may be a seal situation or who knows what. But she's gonna reincarnate. You're gonna want to hold on to her corpse at the very least. Don't let that thing out of your sight.
Kind of gross.
Yeah, well, that depends on how bad you're able to dispatch her, if at all, right? So that's like an on you kind of decision.
Well then, I guess it's more of a figure it out as we get there kind of thing,
Maybe.
possibly.
Who knows? But we're actually getting pretty close to unseelie territory. So, we're about to get as far as I go. So, we're coming up on coming up on a forest. We're already in one, but forest in forest kind of thing. The road's gonna get a little tougher. There's gonna be some more brambles. The plants get noticeably sharper in unseelie territory. Just a heads up. So you're just gonna keep walking the way that we're walking, and you should be able to find your way there. But again, if she's holed up in that castle, it's probably gonna be guarded in some way. And as you're talking, you do come upon a noticeable shift in the greenery around you. It is still twilight. The sun is still setting. All the same, though, the forest around you gets noticeably darker. There are plants and creeping vines that you notice around the place that you know to be poisonous, that are noticeably here as opposed to being where you came from. This is unseelie territory. You've been in seelie territory. Difference is that the folk around here are going to be much more malicious to you. So don't shake their hands. Do not.
Noted.
I wish you guys luck, but this is as far as I go. Cecil, I know I was a little harsh earlier, so I'm sorry I may have overreacted, but even still, I just want you to know that that's still a serious thing that you did. But just know that I'm wishing you all the luck. Okay.
Hey, do you have any tips or information or anything useful?
Let me think on that. And if I
come, that we can exploit,
I'm gonna think real hard on that one, because when I knew her, she was an Iron Vault even when I knew her, but I'm gonna think on that, and if I come up with something, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, I can send you guys a message.
All right. A follow-up question.
Yeah.
Can you send animate objects?
Animate objects?
Yes, like things that are alive. Could you send them to my location?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, fair enough. And side note question, unrelated. If you had to guess how many dogs you were friends with, what would that ballpark number be?
How many dogs? I'm friends with a lot of dogs, dude.
Right, I like that. Keep that in mind. That's it. For right now. That's all I got.
All right. Well, I gotta bounce, but remember, you've been walking west. City you came from is to the east. Doesn't mean a whole lot here, but it's close enough.
Thank you so much for all your help. I really feel like maybe in another life we could have been best buds.
Well,
yes, I really do appreciate the help. I've been in a bad mood and I'm very sorry, but you've been very kind to help us.
Oh, nah. No, it's all good. Arbitrage. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, thank you very much. And if you can think of anything useful, please let us know. We might when I need it.
Yeah, I will let you know. But yeah, Arbitrage called in the favor. You guys are pretty cool. But, plus, one bard do another, Mishiro. All that jazz.
Aha, the Brotherhood of Bards.
But I gotta head out. So good luck, you guys. And with a turn of the head, Addern makes his way away from you and eastward, back toward the city of gardens and lost dogs. And you are faced with a trek into unseelie territory of the Feywild. And Carmen, Alejandra, Kay, and Dia, whose dolorous guard is holed up somewhere in this forest. And that is where we're going to pick up next time.
Wow. Deep episode.
Yeah, very, very emotion-bringing episode.
I have a dog, and I feel like that's all I ever wanted, and I didn't know that I did until now.
You have a dog. I was really helpful. It's a very good time for everyone.
I kind of was just around,
All right. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of D90.5, WUOG's own Dungeons & Dragons broadcast. See you next time.
Bye.